Welcome to a super spooky edition of the Doghouse Connect. I'm Ella Imboden.
And I'm Kayla Rabani. Do we have some spooky stories for all you ghouls, goblins, and skeletons of the world? With spooks and goofs in the air and Halloween around the corner, we're going to take you to Schaefer's terrifying corn maze and neighboring creepy pumpkin patch at Lolly, where both preschool and elementary kids enjoyed their day.
We bring the kids out here because it's a fun and engaging activity. We do activities in the afternoon. There's 4 stations. They get to dive right into pumpkins, and it's the beginning of fall. We get to go on we do the corn maze. We get to go through the hay ride. It's just a really fun and engaging activity. Lots of parents get to come, and it brings us all together. Kindergarten and first grade come. It's just a lot of fun, and we love to kick it off.
Yep, preschool comes out every year, and we bring them out because October is Farm Month, and so preschool learns all about farming, and so they get to come and pick their own pumpkin. They also get to see farm animals out here, and then they get to have fun with all the activities that Schaefer's provides out here.
Mom, I see monsters like that one over there.
Another interesting outing took place when EcoFest and ArtsFest converged at Laurel Park. Various exhibitors and vendors set up there, including our high school's Interact Club, which brought the message of digital citizenship and internet safety to the public.
One of the first graders' favorite author is Laura Numeroff. She both writes and illustrates children's books. Her most famous book is If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Their teachers decided to have a party in her honor.
Today we are celebrating our author of the month, Laura Numeroff. The kids have been reading in class all of the stories. If you give a mouse a cookie, if you give a pig a party, if you give a moose a muffin.
I know. If you take a mouse to the movies. If you take a mouse to school. If you take a mouse to the If you movies. Give a mouse a brownie. If you give a mouse a cookie. If you give a cat a cupcake. If you give a dog donuts. Because I'm mouse. Give a dog donuts.
So today we are celebrating. Our kids have made hats that they're going to wear to celebrate their favorite character. And also we're going to have a lot of mini snacks, mini donuts, mini muffins, mini cupcakes and cookies. And so it's just going to be a fun celebration celebrating our author, Laura Numeroff. If you give a dog a donut, yes, you may eat.
Grandparents' lunch is always a time for relatives to enjoy each other's company. The elementary school had theirs recently and combined it with a book fair.
Grandparents' lunch each year is always an exciting time, I know, for the grandparents and the children. For us to prepare the meal that day, it does present challenges, but it's all certainly worth it. Jackie Elsinger's class of the FCCLA students came in and helped serve, and that's always been a big plus, because grandparents coming through the line with children when some are not going to eat that particular time, or the child is not going to eat a meal that day, they can come in and sit down, relax, and wait for their grandchildren. I think everything went very smoothly this year.
November 20th through 27th, it began with boys and girls coming to the library and browsing at the different books that were available. We had family night, and Grandparents' Day was the conclusion of the book fair. We had a great turnout on Grandparents' Day. The book fair profited a little over $2,200, which is used to support the library media program and our STEM activity.
The Middle School Drama Club presented a play reminiscent of the Harry Potter stories, and we talked with some of the students who took part in it. Take a look.
Chips. Chips are called French fries, and David Beckham is Derek Jeter. I don't understand schooling, and why is there Canadian Mountain
This show has been kind of a dream come true. I have loved the Harry Potter series since I was probably in the 3rd grade. So it was kind of a dream come true to get to do, not the exact thing, but it's a parody, and it's been a whole lot of fun. I've got a brand new cast of kids and crew, actually. Some returning, some not. But to get to share something that I love so much with them has been wonderful. And I feel like as we've gotten further into the process, they've gotten a lot more comfortable on stage in front of people.
My character is Sally Cotter, and she is the main character, and she is reading Harry Potter books, and then she falls asleep, and she goes into her own world of dreams of her own version of Sally Cotter, which is a knockoff of Harry Potter. Ron, but except in this play, it's called Dave, Sally's friend. I'm good at Sorcerer's Scrabble, and Quiz Clash is fun. I am Harmonica, and my hobby is, I'm like a reading bookworm nerd.
I'm Professor Albatross Underdrawers. I am kinda Sally's mentor. I teach her and I help her through the dream and tell her that it is just a dream, but you can still have fun.
My name is Lily, and I do makeup in the play. I like the fact that I get to experience with new things and new people.
My name is Aniston, and I do hair, and it can be hard sometimes.
I am Anne Marie. I am the stage manager. I make sure everything gets done. And one thing I've learned about this is that you're not always going to get your way and have to be very responsible.
I'm Gabriel. I move the props, and one thing I've learned is that if you don't get timing and teamwork down, it can mess up the entire play.
Our last segment looks at changes we've seen in our weekly school masses. Father Tony explains the reasoning behind them.
It's motivated by wanting to create a time and a space for the opportunity for more people to go to confession if they wanted to. Where it came from is a desire for the students at St. Joseph to know God's love for them, like his personal love for them. And that comes through prayer, so that's part of it. So just to have people come into a more personal relationship with our Lord present in the Blessed Sacrament. Praying together, but also our personal prayer, the time that we spend with the Lord, and Eucharistic adoration. It's like creating an environment where we can give the Lord the opportunity to show us his love and to have him, just to give him that permission, that time.
Before we close, we want to give a shout out to our volleyball girls. They had a wonderful season.
Yes, they did, and we're really proud of them.
That's all for this spooky episode of the Doghouse Connect. Be sure to watch for us next time. Until then, stay spooky.